So one way to get to know an INFP is to find out what their values are, what are their beliefs, what's important to them, what's their cause that they're currently fighting for. That's a great way to find out what makes them tick. A great way to, rather than maybe being so direct about it, what are your beliefs and values, watch for when they're passionate. Especially if they use body gestures to describe what they're talking about. That's a good sign that they're tapping into their beliefs, because I think generally speaking INFPs aren't always or naturally sort of physically animated, but if they are, then it's possible that you're becoming aware of something that's really, really important to them. Another thing is if an INFP opens up and does talk about maybe some of their real current struggles or some of the things that they're battling with or searching on, they might have a belief that they're challenging and they're wondering, is this what I really believe? It doesn't seem to fit. I'm going to look into this. If I think that's a real sacred space in an INFP is when they're challenging their own belief system, and if they're opening up and sharing that journey with you, then it's likely that either they think I think maybe one of two things, there's probably more, but one thing is that they feel as though sharing it with you will be in some way beneficial to you in regards to your journey. But the other thing is that it might signify that you are a significant person in their life. There's someone that you're someone that they can trust. They value you, they value the friendship. And so be mindful if you find yourself in that space with an INFP that they are putting trust in you, they're demonstrating trust. So it's important if you're in that space to not judge or to criticize or to challenge or try and change their belief or tell them they're not, that's a silly belief, or I wouldn't go down that path or whatever. You're just going to get nowhere with that. The greatest thing that you can give the INFP is room for them to share where they're at. You'll probably find that they won't spend too much time doing that. I don't think they use words. What a verbal processor might, spend half an hour talking about something, but sort of an equivalent issue for an INFP, they might only spend a minute or two just sort of sharing it. Sharing aspects of it. They're not big on sort of talking about things.